I te mea ko te oranga tēnā o mātu tupuna ko ngā awa, ko ngā kai o roto, i ngā awa, ngā roto me te moana katoa. Kei reira te oranga, mai anō i tō rātu whakapono i ahu mai tātu katoa i te kaihanga. Nā reira ko tahi mano taunu atu, i noho i ngā uri o Ngāti Kuri i roto i te rohe o te hiku o te ika. Ko tahi mano taunu mai te unga mai o te tupuna o kupe. E rā whenua katoa, ngā ngahere ki roto ngā kai katoa, ki roto i ngā awa, ko ngā tuna i ngā roto, ko te takutai moana katoa, ko te hohunitanga o te moana, ki reira ngā kai katoa o tātu tupuna i Orainu. I have been involved with the claim of the Y262 for the Pupu Harakeke for over 16 years. It is the kaitiaki of our tribe of Ngāti Kuri, kai Atawhai, and so I do believe it's time for Māori to do their own economic development on these lands. And I am in favour of this kaitiaki because it's over 1,000 years since the ancestor Tupuna Kupe heard the tangi of this Pupu Harakeke. And they still survive today, like us. For over 40 years, we were excluded from even travelling on our land by the Crown, or the conservationists, or the new Ministry of Conservation. They called a name Papa Atawhai. But it wasn't Atawhai. It was taking the mana of the Māori. This is not a bitter comment against government departments being involved with us, but to exclude our tribe of Ngāti Kuri from its land usage of over 160 years, and including the use of our silica sands for monetary gain for other companies, not for our people, Ngāti Kuri. So our people got together and said, no more taking of this sand. The erosion of our hapu, our other hapu, Te Pohichale, they said it is the erosion is happening in their cemeteries. We couldn't let that happen. Our banks was the collapse, the whole erosion of the banks is there into the tide. And you see the pohutukawa trees still growing. You marvel at how it can survive in the water. When the banks collapse, well, it's still there. And when we complained about it, others objected and said, no, it was just the strong westerly prevailing winds that did that to our lands. You see, some people do favour the Crown rather than listening to the actual tribe that's living on these foreshores. The government got it all in their control. They dictate to us what should happen to us. And it happened over the 40 years that I saw my elders being locked and using the pliers to get out of the fences that the conservationists built. There's no partnership there. Because when we were taken to, the police was called to come and arrest our elders. We got photos of them too. And police say, oh, why are we called to arrest these people? They own the place. And then we were asked, my elders was asked, who cut the wires? And my auntie said, the pliers did. So that was the end to that question in the Waitangi. Engari me whakamahi o māturingaringa ki te pore te wire, but we used our hands to use the fire to cut the fence. So that was the end of that police force coming up. Ngai aroha nau ki tēnā kōrero mō a tātu pingao. I te mea ko ngā pingao tēnei he ke te pingao. I te mea ko a tātu pingao ngā mātua i atawhai ngia i ngā kai mai te moana, ka tāmei ke uta, ka atawhai ngia ngā whānau o te moana e ngā pingao ka pānga haukaha o te motu ka puhi atunga pingao ma tiete ki runga i te onupu o te wāhi e takotoi te ngā mātihite ko tukuna ngā whānau toheroa tuatua pipi ki roto i rarohe. Some of the forbidden foods at Tauiwi have placed on us as our ancestral food, the kuaka. The migration of the kuaka each year, it arrives in November to fatten up on these very shores. And there's pipi and everything there for the survival. And then around about March or February, March, they prepare for the long flight back to Siberia. Only the females fly back, the male too lazy to fly about. Oh, but not male species now. Only the female fly back to Siberia to hatch.
We started off in 1998, but we go further back than that. It's since then, nothing has really changed. We're still going out there and harvesting our kuaka, but we're still doing it illegally in the eyes of the law. For the simple fact because they say there are provisions for us to go and get it customarily if we make applications to the Minister of Conservation. Well, we have made recommendations with Bootwiki, Fruto Podi, and a few other people here in Ngāti, and we've had no joy at all. Nothing. In those early days, the hunu was good for preserving anything, fish, meat, it'll seal it. There's a green bead in here. Inside the guts is the only part that you don't eat when you open them up. It was used for people who felt sick and they couldn't spew. That's what you eat. It'll make you chuck everything up and shit everything out. But apart from that, it had the feathers, which were so fine, which was used for cloaks, used for pillow downs, used for bedding. The kuaka has got so many medicinal purposes, uses to the Māori. It has its mātauranga for us. And it was handed down from our generation, from our tupunas, our kuias, who passed it down and passed it down and passed it down and passed it down. We're bound by so many legislations, conservation and the bird people won't let us harvest it. This is very important to us Ngāti Kuri because this bird comes here, it fattens over here. Our people don't get the chance to harvest them as much as we'd like to. They get all fat and they fly up to Siberia, get eaten by the Russians, the Japanese, the Chinese. They can eat it whenever they want, but our people can't. This is something that is history. This is something that's got unique to Māori. It's been part of our existence. It's been part of survival. It's been part of our heritage. We sat in that marae over there and I asked Judge Kearney and them. And that panel of judges, the panel of people that were there, let's come to some type of arrangement, give us a harvesting period. They told us 2 years, 8 years down the track, 100 people dead.
If I have one message to give to the Crown, it'll have to be to maintain that aroha of our tupuna that accepted whoever came to our country to find a home, a peaceful place for them to live and bring up their families. Mokopuna means a lot to us. Every generation has a mokopuna to carry on. And this is why I believe that we are here today, because we are gathering hope for our mokopunas, to tell the government that rather than finding legislation to stop our tribe of Ngāti Kuri from developing their land, even walking on the land, even the legislation of the foreshore seabed. It is really a very, for us, it's depriving what was given to us free by the Creator for our survival. I'm talking about Ngāti Kuri and all the hapus right throughout the country, for all the mokopunas in the country. We shouldn't be legislated out of the survival what was given to us by the Creator. We the Māori didn't need a treaty. We own the country. Everything in it, above and below the water, above and below the mountains, everything is Tonga, belongs to Māori, to Tupuna Māori. My identity. What will become of me if my rivals claim the victory? Laws with claws like parasites, devouring my human rights. Anyway, who wants authority and eternal conflict? I'll regain my own identity, though I'm landless in my own country. The open skies and glimmering seas are still mine, and they're all free. Free, free. Hoi here, I here ai te aroha. He pu awai korari, ka ki te wai ka maringi. Huri ana te moana, te haerenga, te wai rua. Tēnā no koutou katoa.